Welcome to Manchester for the tie of the round. City versus United in the third round of the FA Cup. And your eyes do not deceive you. That is Paul Scholes. Believe it or not, he is on the bench, registered as a player until the end of the season. Big smile from Wayne Rooney as the two top teams in the country slug it out for a place in the fourth round.
Sir Alex, you've signed a new player.
Yeah, well, it's been in the offing for a few weeks actually. Paul came to see me. He's been training really well all season anyway with the reserve team. He's been coaching there, but he came to see me and said he felt that he wanted to come back. He's missing it too much, and there was no negatives as far as I was concerned. You know, I think when the players were fantastic about it. The fans, I'm sure, will be happy, and I'm happy.
Roy, if I had a feather, I could have knocked you over with it when the news broke about Paul Scholes. What do you make of it?
I'm very surprised, I have to say. Obviously, I can understand the manager's point of view. This probably worth a gamble. But Scholes, he decided to retire 7 or 8 years ago, months ago, yeah, because of the fact he felt his legs were gone and he obviously wasn't contributing to big games. So I'm not sure what's changed that much. But again, from the manager's point of view, it's probably worth the gamble. And it will probably give the players a boost. And the timing is typical Ferguson, you know, on the morning of the big game against City.
Nobody had any wind of this until this morning. We started to hear reports that he'd been registered and might be here, but it's taken us by surprise for sure. I don't think the manager's got anything to lose by it because of the talent of the player.
Scholes is on the bench for Man United today. As far as we know, he isn't. Looking his suave, debonair best, David Beckham's just turned up to see the tie of the round here in Manchester. We've got plenty of protection for us outside our studio here. The police are in their riot gear today in some presence after history of some unpleasantness, shall we say, in recent matches between these two.
Roberto, for the first time in a long time, City are the favourites. That brings with it a different pressure, doesn't it, for this derby?
I don't think this.
Well, you are?
No, because this is only one game. FA Cup is totally different from the Barclays Premier League, and we play against United. For me, United is a top club, one of the best clubs in the world.
He says they're going to be playing football today, which is always a relief, I find, Gareth. But would you say it's fair that United probably need this a little bit more, will want this a little bit more?
I don't know about want it more. You know, if you're in either of these Manchester camps, you want to win this game. But I think United need a reaction from the last two matches.
Well, there's the roar as the teams come out. They've been dying for this one to get going ever since the draw was made before Christmas. We're dying to get cracking soon. We've got live third round action from here at Man City coming up next.
Joe Hart is rested, so 6 feet 8 inch Romanian Costel Pantelimon plays in goal. United only make 2 changes in the end. Chris Smalling is fit enough to start. After all, Danny Welbeck gets the recall and Paul Scholes is on the bench. Here's Giggs. Rooney. Options right and left here for Wayne Rooney. This is Antonio Valencia. In towards the head of Rooney! First blood to Manchester United. And the name of Wayne Rooney is in the headlines again. Goal scorer. Superb header. It was he that freed Valencia. Pantilimon given no chance. And Wayne Rooney, for the 7th time in his Manchester United career, scores against Manchester City.
First time in the game, Ryan Giggs is able to look forward, get his head up, provide Rooney. It's a brilliant first-time cross from Valencia. What about the header? Nani does well because he creates a problem just by being there. But that's a fabulous header from Wayne Rooney, arriving at real pace. And you know what? Never mind Joe Hart, Pantilimon nowhere near that. Nobody's stopping that one. That is a phenomenal finish.
Giggs seizing on the loose ball. This is Nani. The referee had a think about that and is going to penalise the Manchester. Oh, it's red card for Kompany. A red card for Vincent Kompany. Manchester City down to 10 men inside 12 minutes. It was two-footed. For me, it was low.
Amazed, I must be honest, Clive. At first thought, it is scissor, it is, but it... You know, you do, if you lunge in like that, you're in trouble. But that is so low to the ground, I cannot see that as a red card.
The headline news this morning, the presence of Paul Scholes among the Manchester United substitute. Nani. He's got support from Evra here. Plenty of red shirts in the box. Came off Welbeck. Welbeck's volley, 2-0. Manchester United 2 up in half an hour. Danny Welbeck looked as if the chance had gone, but he managed to improvise a volley. His first goal since the start of October has given Manchester United clear daylight here in the third round derby.
Brilliant finish from Danny Welbeck, very athletic. It's Patrice Evra it is who manages to get to the byline. Great work from Nani. Now he's just got to try and pick somebody out. And at that point there, De Jong looks favourite and just seems to pull his foot back right at the last minute, Clive, in order to clear it. And it's just that split second Danny Welbeck needs to take full advantage, turn, swivel and volley that right into the corner. Once more, Pantilimon, no chance.
Rooney to Giggs, slipped through to Danny Welbeck. Tackle came in, penalty. Kolarov penalised, and it goes from bad to worse for Manchester City. Welbeck inquiring as to whether there'll be any further punishment. Phil Jones quite rightly putting him out of the way.
Quick feet from Danny Welbeck. I think it's a penalty. I think that one the referee gets right. Decent ball in from Ryan Giggs. Good quick feet in. Just that extra little touch right there. Just takes him away from Kolarov. He's committed to the challenge. Upends him and it's a pen.
No question of a red card. Richards was covering. It's Wayne Rooney again. Saved by Pantilimon, and Rooney heads in the rebound. And Manchester United lead by 3-0. Third goal, which took a moment or two to arrive. Costel Pantilimon can count himself unfortunate, but Wayne Rooney kept his head in every sense. And Manchester United are in dreamland, 3 up.
It's a good save from the goalkeeper. He guesses right, throws himself to his left, and it's just comes straight back into the path of Rooney, who takes full advantage. Good stop that is. Almost hits him on the inside, just at the base of the wrist, and just goes straight back towards Rooney, who thankfully, gleefully manages to just pop that one straight back in the other corner. Thank you.
It's been an extraordinary first half. Extraordinary opening 12 minutes. He lost a man during that period. Wayne Rooney found the back of the net. Welbeck followed him with a goal. Rooney added a third. I suspect the red card for Vincent Kompany after 12 minutes, issued by Chris Foy, will be the main talking point for Roy Keane, Peter Reid and Gareth Southgate in a few moments' time. But the half-time scoreline, unbelievably, is Manchester City 0, Manchester United 3. Kolarov with the left or Nasri with the right. It's Alexander Kolarov. Oh, yeah. And Manchester City have got a goal back. Beautifully delivered over the United wall by Kolarov. What difference will that make to the mood and to Manchester City's approach?
Well, it won't do him any harm, that's for sure. Great strike from Kolarov. Just catches it nice and sweet, doesn't try and hit it too hard, just makes sure that he gets it over the top of that wall, because he knows it's going to dip down. Lindegaard at full tilt, can't get it.
The return of Paul Scholes. That's loose from Scholes. Cross from Milner. Aguero! He's going to get another chance. And Manchester City are right back in business. Paul Scholes' error. More than a quarter of this cup tie still to play. And Manchester City down and out of the break. Have a chance, a real chance.
Wow. Now we do have the game on. You're right, Clive, it's a sloppy one from Paul Scholes. Brilliant ball that is from Milner. The first time shot from Aguero is good. And I'm afraid Lindegaard all he can do is just try and stop it, and he reacts quick. He's sharper than Chris Smalling. As soon as he hits that, he's moving again. Where is it? Where's that ball? Is it there in the loose? Yes. And he goes and bangs it straight in the back of the net.
Finest of margins. Last of the added minutes. Up goes Richards, up goes Smalling though. He got the highest. Chris Foy got in the way. Valencia couldn't get it clear. Zabaleta with a shot. Under pressure. Corner. Goalkeeper's on the way. The biggest man in the Premier League. 6'8". Costel Pantilimon. Kolarov takes. Pantilimon reached it too. Wouldn't you just know it? The goalkeeper got his head to it, but he couldn't direct it goalwards. He's got to get back to his own goal now. It's been an amazing afternoon, but it's Manchester United who will go into the fourth round of the FA Cup. It looked like they would stroll there at half-time when they led by 3 goals to 0. But Manchester City rallied brilliantly. That's the man who's had the final say after a week in which so much has been said about him. Manchester City have been beaten at the Etihad for the first time in over a year, and beaten by their greatest and local rivals. No 3 defeats in a row for him. He wasn't going to tolerate that. But the scoreline, the final scoreline, is only half the story of the match. It is Manchester City 2, Manchester United 3.
Strange scenes, really. Both sets of fans applauding their players. They can both claim some kind of victory after that. We were very sure indeed that City would settle for damage limitation. How wrong we were. Much to discuss after a compelling second half.
What do you hope this might do in terms of momentum, winning here in the League Championship race, and for your team for the rest of the season?
I don't think this is any good at all today, because it was a careless performance the second half. We should have really been home and dry with a clear scoreline, but we didn't. We were too careless in the second half, and that's the area in which if we keep doing that, we're going to make mistakes.
Was the key moment in the match the sending off, and was it a red card?
Sure.
What about Wayne Rooney's level of performance? What did you make of it?
There's absolutely no problem with Wayne. We hear this stuff all the time, and what Wayne has got to realise, the press have got another Gascoigne. They've got a headline maker all the time, whether it's good or bad, and he's going to have to suffer with that. But the best thing is when he's good, and that's the kind of things we want to see right today.
Do you feel he had a point to prove more than usual today?
No, not at all. I think everything which has been in the press of late is a load of nonsense, really, and because it's me, because it's Manchester United, it's blown up out of context. So there's no problems with me at this club. I want to be at this club for a long time.